Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. This is Jet Starlight and Zana Fairy Monster Hunters episode number 20. If you guys have not watched episodes 1 through 19, I highly recommend that you do by checking out the series playlist in the description box below and in the end card. If you would like to read the series in full, feel free to click on the link in the description box below. That'll take you to the AI Dungeon page where you can do so. And if you would like to talk about the series with me, I really love hearing you guys' feedback and seeing the memes that you guys post. Feel free to post your thoughts in the comment section below and to DM me on Discord. I'll have a link to the Discord in the description box below. But without further ado, let's start off episode 20 by reading the last action from the previous episode. You say, "We used to always eat flowers back in the day. Let's eat your favorite flowers, then we can talk about our day and sleep together for the night. What do you say?" Zaina agrees. You both gather flowers and proceed to eat them, while talking about your day. Zaina then proceeds to lead you into her bedroom in the back of her shop. The two of you lay down on a bed and talk about your day before drifting off to sleep. So, we're going to do what we always do when we wake up in the morning. We're going to wake up and go eat breakfast with your fellow MHG, which stands for Monster Hunter Guild, members in the dining hall of the inn. So I've been getting questions from fans that are like, yo, last episode you guys killed the devil. What are you guys going to do next? I got plenty of stuff. You're not even ready for what we're about to do next. Okay, so you are getting ready to eat breakfast before going on today's monster hunt. You wake up and walk into the dining hall of the inn. Zaina is already there and drinking some red fruit juice. Would you like some? Yes, please. You join her in sitting down to eat. Okay, nice. You thank Kamid for the delicious breakfast. I always like to thank Kamid. He's the chef at the inn who prepares the breakfast. That's really all he does. I'm surprised you're here this early, Zaina. You're not normally awake until at least noon. I'm on a new diet. I'm full of energy now that I'm eating all these fruits, Kamid laughs. Wait, what? I got surprised. I'm surprised you're here this early, Zaina. You're normally not awake until at least noon. I'm on a new diet. I'm full of energy now that I'm eating all these fruits. And then Kamit laughs. Is Kamit laughing supposed to be in relation? Let me just refresh. It's not even that weird. It's just the confusion is there for no reason. You thank Kamit for the delicious breakfast. Ah, it is my honor to be of service, Master Jacob. Gonna correct that. So characters call me Jacob a lot, and I know why. I'm not sure if anyone's asked me about this before. Early on, it stated that I look like Zaina's dead boyfriend, Jacob. So in the world info, I put in, I look like Zaina's dead boyfriend, Jacob. So I think sometimes the game is trying to slip that into the story by having people call me Jacob, and it's thrown me a few times, but it kind of makes sense. I don't want to have to correct people all the time, especially people who already know that I'm not Jacob. So I often just end up altering it in the text. Kamek continues to eat his breakfast. Zaina and you finish eating your food. Okay, ballin'. So now that I've finished eating my breakfast, I'm going to go find the dead body of the Devil Paladin and take all his gear. Last episode we fought a Devil Paladin and he had some of the craziest gear we've ever seen in the whole game. So yeah, I want that gear. You go find the dead body of the Devil Paladin and take all his gear. What's this? I'm searching for a demon that may have come in contact with a powerful being. What do you mean? Did someone summon it? I don't know who's saying all that extra stuff. Like, I don't know if Zaina followed me or something. Um, yeah, like, I'm going to get rid of the stuff where it had me respond. So I'm just going to have Zana say, what's this? Just so I can use it as an excuse to exposit stuff that happened last episode. And I'm just going to say, I am taking the Devil Paladin's spectral armor, spectral helm, and plasma blade. Or was it plasma sword? Plasma sword, I'm pretty sure is what it was. This gear is insanely powerful. There was no way that I wasn't going to take all this for myself. Yeah, like, the spectral armor makes it where people practically just can't hurt you at all. And the spectral helm lets you fight ghosts. And the plasma sword just disintegrates people. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is good. This is like, oh, definitely. Zaina looks at you in shock. I can't believe you would do such a thing. And then it has me reply, I need all the help I can get. I'm going to need this gear if I'm going to reach the top of this godforsaken tower. So I'm going to get rid of the part where it made me respond. I was curious what it was saying when I saw the words God and tower. I was like, what? What? This isn't that anime. Let's see. This isn't too different from... Wait, hold up, yeah. Zaina... This isn't out of character at all. You literally took the Devil Paladin's heart yesterday to use as a magic weapon. Yeah. This will help us. Well, I guess this gear will help us defeat tougher monsters in the future. Yeah, like this is par for the course. Zaina agrees with what you're saying, but isn't happy about it. Come on, let's go to class. Okay, let me get rid of that. So the game's tried to do this before, where it goes, this is Hogwarts, right? I'm pretty sure this is Hogwarts. And you just start doing like a Magic Academy thing. I always revert before we get too deep into that. They brought up the Magic Academy again last episode, but it made more sense because we were trying to break the Devil's Curse, and they were like, there's a recluse professor named Professor Melkar, and he's great with breaking curses, but I decided I didn't want to go see him. So let's see. So now what do I want to do? I need to figure out where like magical rings come from. So I'm going to call Tanya and ask her if she knows like where magical rings come from. I want to know if they're like naturally occurring like magic gemstones that you can make magic rings with, or if it's like alchemists have to make them or something like that. Tanya answers your call. Hello, Zaina. Where are you two? We are at Mistress's house right now. Oh, perfect. You can ask her something for me. What? We're not at Mistress's house unless that's where the Devil Paladin's body is. Refresh. Let's hit that up again. Tanya replies that magical rings can be found from the corpses of ghosts and demons. Corpse of a ghost? So just a normal corpse? Fuck. I guess because you have stuff like the spectral helm that straight up lets you like see ghosts but also make ghosts solid so that you can like fight them. You can have a ghost corpse because you can make a ghost solid and then kill it again. That's so niche. The spectral helm is like the only thing I know of where you could like make a ghost corpse to take a magical ring from, but okay. You're a ghost and I'm a demon. Does that mean you have a magical ring? Tanya says she does not have one. Tanya's not a fucking ghost. Don't do that to me, game. Don't make it where she's a ghost. They made Tanya a fairy like a few episodes ago. Like for the longest time, she was just a witch. You know what I mean? I'm going to refresh that whole thing. Tanya tells you that magical rings come from enchanted trees, but I don't think there are any trees like that anywhere near this area. Do you know anyone who would have an enchanted ring? Huh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get rid of this last part that's like, do you know anyone who would have an enchanted ring? Or maybe Tanya can just say all of it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so says Tanya. Says Tanya. So just Tanya says all of it. She says all the things, and that would be fine. And then I would be like, I actually have an enchanted ring. I think they are insanely powerful, and that it might be best to collect all the enchanted rings we can find. Where is the nearest enchanted tree? Let's go. Let's get these rings. The manipulator's jewel is just uber powerful. I didn't use it last episode, but I'm telling you. Good stuff. Okay, you and Zana are learning about magical rings from Tanya. Cool. Let's see. Oh wow, I don't know. I've never looked for one of those before. Do you know anyone that might have an enchanted ring? You explained to Zana and Tanya about the heart of the devil paladin and how you helped her do it. AI is getting somewhat confused. I think I can cut out everything after, oh wow, I don't know. I've never looked for one of those before. So it's mainly Tanya just being like, yeah, I know there aren't any in the area. I just know enough about them to know that they exist. But I've never looked for one. Cool. So thank you for your help, Tanya. I'm going to go to the library to see if I can find, just more information about Enchanted Trees. Because if stuff like the Manipulator Jewel, other magical rings are just out there, then we should get our hands on those ASAP. You should probably go ask Zana. She loves researching and would be able to find the information a lot quicker than I could, says Tanya. After Zana gives you some tips on what to look for, you're ready to begin your search. Cool. Okay, awesome. So now I'm going to go to the library to research Enchanted Trees. Yeah. So the Manipulator's Jewel likely comes from the nearest enchanted tree or whatever. You make your way to the library, which is currently being used as a trap and trick training center. You open the door and quickly scan the room for any traps. You don't see any, so you head to the nearest bookshelf. Oh damn. Why is the library a dungeon or whatever? The game's oh, you just want to go to the library this episode? Nah, you're probably gonna die, dude. There's probably gonna be some stupid shit here at the library to kill you. Okay. Look for books on enchanted trees while flying in order to avoid traps. Yeah, because one thing that's interesting, early on in the series, I just used to fly around because I'm still a fairy even though I'm in human form. And then at a certain point I just started walking everywhere. And I don't know why I did. It's you just fly, dude. I almost never use my ability of flight for no reason. You spot a large green tome titled Enchanted Trees of the World and head towards it. Just as you reach out to grab it, the bookcase suddenly snaps shut like a jaw, biting into your arm. Damn it. It's not even that the book was a mimic. The whole bookcase was a mimic, and it got my arm. Okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you do in this situation. I need to free my arm. Okay, I have an idea. Blink out of existence to free your arm. Use hydrokinetic healing salve to heal your wounds. Blink back into existence and stun the bookcase monster with a quick fire magic attack. No. We're in a fucking library. That's not a good idea. With a quick trying not to ruin the books. With a quick barrage of punches. It's weird because it's like, yeah, if you try to do anything too crazy, you mess up the library. I don't want to mess up the library. I want to just be able to like get the book still. You use your blinker stone to teleport. I don't have a blinker stone. Stop lying. Stop lying, game. The bookcase monster swings its jaw at you again. You blink out of existence and reappear on the other side of the room to avoid it, walking over the hydrokinetic salve which you apply to your wounds. The bookcase monster slams into the wall behind you. Fuck me. Okay. So I was able to blink out of existence to like get away from it after hitting it with a barrage of punches. And then when I reappear on the other side of the room, the bookcase just slides like all of its mass into the wall behind me. It also has me walk over the hydrokinetic salve, which is interesting. I've never done that before. I'm so used to the game being like you rub it on yourself. It's like you splash it on the ground. Like you just don't have fucking time. So you run on top of it and it works as magic somehow. And then you're just good. Okay, so I gotta fight a bookcase, but I can't. I don't know how you kill a bookcase without ruining the book. Um, man, I don't have like telekinesis or something, but I know someone who does. Use your communicator to teleport Lucy to your location. I need Lucy to use her telekinesis to grab the fucking Enchanted Trees tome off the bookcase. A blinding light floods the room as Lucy appears. The bookcase monster takes advantage of your temporary blindness and snaps his jaws down on your leg, pinning you to the floor. What do you need, Captain? Says Lucy. Get this thing off me, you command. Fair. That's a fair thing for me to say. Okay. Lucy, use your telekinesis to free my leg, and immobilize this bookcase monster. Gosh. Because telekinesis, I think, is the easiest way to not ruin the bookcase. So let's see. You and Lucy are fighting a bookcase monster in a library full of traps. Your mission is to retrieve a tome about enchanted trees so that you can learn more about magical rings. I can just say your mission is to retrieve a tome about enchanted trees. Cool. Yeah. Yes, Captain, says Lucy. Just throw it at a wall or something. I need to focus on escaping, you say. Nope. Don't tell her to throw it into a wall. That'd be fucking dumb. I'm not trying to necessarily like destroy the bookcase and potentially the book that I'm after. So now I'm going to use hydrokinetic healing salve to heal your wounds, and grab the book on Enchanted Trees. Yeah. Because that's just what we want. I just want to be able to get that book. You apply the stuff to your wounds and watch as your leg is freed from the jaws of the terrible bookcase monster. You pick up the green book and look it over. What was that, Captain? Asked Lucy. And then, are you alright, sir? Lucy says with concern. And then I'm going to say, thank you for immobilizing, and I'm going to misspell it. I misspell it all the time. Immobilizing. There we go. That bookcase monster. I really appreciate it. I'm okay. I was able to use hydrokinetic healing salve to heal my wounds. I came here to get this book on Enchanted Trees so that I can learn more about magical rings. Yes, Captain. I'm glad you're okay, sir. Thank you for your service. The book is written in common tongue, so you have no problems understanding the words written within. Okay. I'm glad you're okay, sir, says Lucy. Thank you for your service, you reply. So now I'm going to fly out of the library with the book on Enchanted Trees. Well, I guess I should say fly back to the inn with the book of Enchanted Trees. Well, I guess the book... Yeah, fly back to the inn with the book. That's all I need to specify. I have the book, and I'm going back to the inn. You enter the inn and find it much more lively than the last time you were here. A group of musicians is playing music in the corner of the room, and several people are dancing. Oh, cool. I came back to a party. Okay. So I'm going to go to your room at the inn and begin to study the book on Enchanted Trees. Because I want to know more about Enchanted Trees and, like, magical rings. You read the book, but it doesn't tell you anything new about magical rings. And then it's like you go to sleep and have a strange dream in which you are a tree. I don't really want to go to sleep. But that sucks that we didn't learn anything new about magical rings. But that's fine. Study the book to learn where the nearest enchanted trees are. Let's figure out where these enchanted trees are located. You study the book. The book takes you to a forest outside of town. Like, magically? Like does the book, like, tell it, like, am I in the forest now? I'm just gonna look around. Yeah, like, am I in a forest? I don't know if it means, like, you read the book and it tells... Damn, I'm just in the fucking forest? I'm like, how did I get here? So, I don't know if it means, like, you read the book and you learned that it was in a forest outside of town and then you, like, headed that way, Or if the book is like, oh, you're just looking for the enchanted swamp, and then you're just like there. But there are many ways you can interpret it. You are in an enchanted forest outside of town. You are looking for enchanted trees so that you can harvest magical rings from them. The forest is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Dozens of different birds chirp from trees, and a small river runs through it. Everything seems to be in harmony, and one could say that the forest is alive. But that would be a lie. Interesting. Okay? That last line's really weird. One could say that the forest is alive, but that would be a lie. So it's the super beautiful magic forest, and it's like, wow, it seems like it's some kind of like Mother Earth kind of like being, but it just isn't. Excuse me, cool, I guess that's good to know. Look for enchanted trees. Because that's what I want to find those, so I'm able to get some magical rings. Looking around the forest, you spot trees of every kind. Oaks, pines, beeches, sycamores, oh, I'm about to butcher these names, maples, and more grow in this enchanted forest. You notice a tree that looks different from the rest. It seems to be much older than the other trees. You look to see if this special tree has any magical rings growing from it. The tree does have a magical ring growing from it, but it is very high up. You don't think you could reach it, even if you fell back and tried to grab it. It would be best to find a way to climb the tree. You don't think you could reach it, even if you fell back and tried to grab it. What does that mean? What is that? Fall back and try. What is that method? Get rid of that part. That part's really weird. Just have it say, it's very high up. Cool, I get that. I can fly. Fly up and attempt to take the magical ring from the tree. Let's go. Hit me up with that ring, fam. The ring is stuck and you can't pull it free. Hello there, traveler, you hear a voice say. You look around but see no one. Up here, said the voice. I'm one of the magical birds that live in this enchanted forest. Oh, never have I ever. Okay, they're just talking birds. Okay, cool. What is your name, magical bird? I'm about to learn today. The bird looks as if it is thinking. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Most people just call me bird or winged thing. Well, what would you like to be called, you ask? Let me think about it for a moment. Okay. You wait for the bird to decide on a name for itself. It's interesting to have a character who's just straight up like, I don't know what my name is going to be. I have decided on a name for myself, the bird says proudly. From now on, you can call me Robin. Very well, Robin. Can you help me get this ring off this tree? Of course I can, but there is no magical ring on that tree. Show Robin the magical ring that you are trying to remove from the tree. Like, Robin's like, of course I can, but there's not one there. And then I'm like, this one right here. This is the one. Okay. Are you sure that's a magical ring, he says? It looks like just any other feather to me. What? Robin's feathers to see if his feathers are magical rings. He's like, these just look like feathers. And I'm like, hold on. Do they actually come from the birds? Are the bird feathers magical rings? There are no magical rings on Robin's wings. Thanks for looking anyway, says the bird. Let me see if I can help. A detailed visual description follows. The robin flaps his wings and flies up to the ring. Thanks, what a detailed visual description. I truly appreciate it. Okay. Watch as Robin attempts to remove the ring from the tree. I don't know why he's like, it just looks like a feather. That's something that still doesn't really make any sense to me. The bird flies around the ring, but can't seem to grasp it. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help, the bird says sadly. I hope you get it soon. Why do you say that the ring looks like a feather to you? I am looking at your feathers, and they don't look like a ring. Yeah, like, that was just like a really interesting line, and I'm trying to see if like I'm reading too much into it or if that means something. This ring looks just like my feathers, but it is really a magical ring. They look like simple feathers, but rub them together and they are very slippery. What? Okay. It's interesting that he said that. Could I rub one of your feathers against the magical ring to see if that will cause the ring to slip free of the tree? Yeah, it's interesting that he said that. Like, it sounds almost like it's a clue for how to get the ring off of the tree. I don't think that will work, the bird says sadly. Perhaps another one of your friends will be able to help you. I'm like, dang, he just kind of didn't go for it. Robin, Robin, what last name would you like to have? Yeah, because Robin is like is your first name. What's your last name? Well, my full name is after the great King Richard of England. However, most people just call me Robin. I'd rather be called King than Richard, if you don't mind. What? So he came up with a name that's based off of King Richard of England. Most people just call him Robert. He'd rather be called King than Richard. So your full name is Robin King? Yeah, that's just a character from Dark Knight's death metal. Okay, cool. That's just his name, I guess. That is correct. You can't think of any other questions to ask King. Nope, the game, you're lying, game. That's just not true. I have hella questions. Robin King, what powers do you have? He's like a magical bird. Like, I wonder, if he said none, I'd be like, well, you can talk. Like, you're clearly like an intelligent bird. I can fly very fast and I'm good at dodging things. I can even see very well in the dark. That sounds like normal birds. That sounds like just bird powers. A detailed visual description follows. The robin flaps his wings and flies up to the ring. Well, that sounds like a redundant thing. I'm going to get rid of the thing after he says, I can see very well in the dark. Okay, cool. So you can do bird stuff. I know his full name. I know his powers. I know that he couldn't get the ring off the tree. Excuse me. I'm going to try to use hydrokinesis to summon a tendril of water to carefully remove the magical ring from the tree. When in doubt, hydrokinesis. It's like one of my best go-to powers. The water from the stream lifts up and wraps itself around your finger, but it is too heavy. It falls right back into the stream and washes down the river. What? Why would it wrap around my finger? Refresh. The ring's not on my finger. I'm not wearing the ring. A small drop of water appears out of thin air. You move your hand over to the magical ring and try to move the drop over the ring. The drop of water falls to the ground. Okay, so that didn't work. Carefully use fire magic to try and burn away the wood immediately surrounding the magical ring to free it from the enchanted tree. So I'm not trying to burn the tree down, just get rid of the wood that's right next to it. You wave your hand over the small piece of wood that holds the magical ring. A small puff of smoke appears where there was once a small piece of wood. The ring is still there in the exact same place. I'm actually very surprised. I'm getting rid of the narration part where it's like, you're not getting that ring today. It's like, fuck you, game. I've done harder things. I know how to resurrect. Do you think I can't get a ring off a tree? I hear that. Okay. Next thing. So I'm going to use a sword. Well, the plasma sword, right, that I got from the Devil Paladin, that straight up disintegrates stuff. I'm not trying to disintegrate the Enchanted Tree. You ask the Enchanted Tree to please give you the magical ring. I don't know, if birds talk here, I wouldn't be surprised if the tree talks. All enchanted objects have a purpose. Asking them to give up their magic for whatever reason is against the rules. Zana walks over to you. I can see you're in pain and need help. I'll try to help you out. What do you need exactly? I'm not in pain. What's happening? The first part is interesting because Zana just rolls up and says, you can't ask them to give a... What do you mean it's against what rules? I'm going to hit up that refresh. Refresh that. You ask the tree to please give you the magical ring. A small thin branch grows over to where the magical ring is and plucks it off the tree. Now what? You ask Zana. Zana looks shocked at your success. I wouldn't... For one, I don't even know Zana's here. Zana sure as fuck wasn't there at the library, so I'm going to get rid of that whole part at the end. Let's see. So I'm going to retrieve the magical ring and thank the Enchanted Tree for its assistance. A large branch extends from the tree and wraps itself around you. It lifts you into the air and begins shaking you back and forth very quickly. Okay, cool. Thank you for the hug, Enchanted Tree. You can now safely put me back on the ground. I'm gonna assume the tree's friendly. Because if it wasn't friendly, it wouldn't have given me the tree. I mean, it wouldn't have given me the ring or whatever. The large branch slowly lowers you back to the ground. Great. I'm glad it was a hug. If another player was doing this, I bet they would have assumed that was a fight. So I'm glad that I like chose my words carefully. Enchanted Tree. Are there any other magical rings in the land? I have one. I now have 2 magical rings. Are these the only ones that you know of? Yeah, like I'm curious if there are like any more. The enchanted tree slowly bends over and plucks a single ring from its roots. Yes, this is the only one that I know of. The enchanted tree begins to glow. Thank you for freeing me. Now I can finally leave this accursed place. Wait. What? What? Plucks one from its roots. Like there was just another one? There was just another. I have 2. Then he plucks 1. Did you just pluck a 3rd magical ring from your roots? Yeah, it just sounds like there are 3 now. Yes, please take it. I want you to have it. The enchanted tree then turns to dust. You pick up the ring that the tree gave you. And then it's like magical ring 2, magic ring types fire. Fire is one of the 4 classical elements. I don't know why it's like magical ring 2. I now have 3 magical rings. Yeah, it would be like magical ring 3. Magical ring type fire. Okay. So, you call Tanya and ask her to examine to examine your 2nd magical ring to identify its type. You know that you have 1 manipulator jewel ring and 1 fire ring. You don't know what the 3rd ring. You don't know the type of the 3rd ring. And Zana had a fire ring, and she's had a fire ring for like the longest time. Tanya comes over and says, the ring is ice. The jewel color blue indicates it creates a very cold substance. Okay, cool. So I have like an ice ring, a fire ring, and like a manipulator ring. Let's see. Thank Tanya for her help. Clearly, there are like more magical rings out there. You enter the sewers. The fuck? What? Why would I do that? Why would I go in? No, I don't. You thank Tanya for your help. Tanya then says, I will talk to you later. She walks back to her room. So you guys may be like, you called Tanya, how'd she just like come over to you or whatever? Remember, with the communicators, you can just teleport to each other. So it sounds like she just like zipped over with the communicator, looked at the rings, and then it says she walked back to her room, but she likely will zip back to her room. Unless she's enjoying the like beauty of the Enchanted Forest, because the Enchanted Forest does seem like it's a pretty cool place. Though that one enchanted tree was like, now I can leave this accursed place, which implies that this is not actually as good a place as it sounds. There's probably something wrong with the Enchanted Forest. I should leave. So I'm gonna call Zana and ask her how she got her fire ring. Yeah. Because it's like, it seems like magical rings have always been a thing, but I never really thought about them until I learned about the manipulator jewel. Zaina comes over to you and you show her your rings. She takes one of the rings and puts it on her finger. Fuck? Hold up, no. What? No, don't take my ring. She says, I got my ring from a powerful wizard who wanted to see me die. Zaina takes her ring and leaves. Bullshit. Bullshit. Go and get your ring back from Zaina. Yeah, hold on. You can just take one of my, especially if it's like the manipulator jewel or something. Chill the fuck out, Zaina. You enter her room. Zaina is sitting on her bed. Crap. Let me move this shit out of the way. I have to like do the story summary update. You are in Zaina's room trying to get one of your magical rings back that she took from you. You enter her room. Zaina is sitting on her bed, and you hear a sniffle. You ask, Zaina, why are you crying? Nothing? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to comfort Zaina and take your magical ring back from her that she took from you. Because I did not I was not trying to give her a ring. I was just trying to learn where she got her ring from. You place your hand on Zaina's shoulder. Zaina says, I will be okay in a minute. You take your ring back from her as she wipes her eyes. Is everything okay, Zaina? I know yesterday was an emotional roller coaster for you. Yeah, like a lot of stuff happened with like the devil curse and everything, and finally killing the devil. I'm dealing with it. It's hard sometimes. Did you want to talk about it? No, it's okay. How have you been? I'm fine. I just got 3 new magical rings. Wow, that's great. I mean, it's not really 3 new magic. I just got 2 new magical rings. I already had one of them. Let's see. If you ever need to talk about anything, Zaina, I am here for you. Zaina blushes and says thanks. Zaina suddenly gets a surprise phone call and is on the phone for a while. You look at your fire ring and decide to test it out. No. I'm not about to use my fire ring while I'm like in Zaina's room or whatever. That sounds like a bad idea. Okay. Politely excuse yourself from Zaina's room and go visit Melkar at the Magic Academy. Hey, Melkar, that character that got introduced last episode, but we didn't actually go visit Melkar. I'm going to visit Melkar to see if he knows more stuff about magical rings. How's the AI doing? Pretty good. The Magic Academy is located in the business district. You enter the building and walk in. The lobby has a marble floor and a glass chandelier. You approach the front desk. A woman sits behind the desk. You say, hello, I'm here to see Melkar. Can you take me to Melkar's lab? He's in class right now. Students are not allowed in his lab. You say, I am a student here, and I am here to see him. The woman says, go down that hallway and make a right. His class is in session. I'm not a student. He's in class right now. Students are not allowed in his lab, she says. That's fine. I'm not a student here. Do you know of any professors here who know about magical rings? Try and learn more about these magical rings. I'll take you to Professor Tolkien's. Okay, interesting. You are at the Magic Academy looking for a professor who can teach you more about magical rings. You follow the secretary through the hallways. She knocks on a door that says Tolkien's on it. She enters and you follow. The office is small with old furniture. Hello, Professor Tolkien. I am here to learn. I'm here to ask you about magical rings. Let's just keep it simple. I haven't introduced myself, but I'm also like a famous character in this world. The professor looks up from his book and stands up. He is a short, balding man with spectacles. He wears a tweed jacket and slacks. I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's quite all right. What can I do for you? Okay. I want to know, what is the most powerful magical ring in the world, and where can I find it? Where did you get this idea? I've seen it in a movie. Well, no, don't say I've seen it in a movie. That's just not true. Where did you get this idea? I possess multiple magical rings. They seem quite powerful. I imagine that there is one that is the most powerful. I would like to possess that magical ring. What is the most powerful magical ring? And where can I find it? That's quite a tall order. I assume you want to find it because you believe you are powerful enough to handle such a ring. Yes, the professor stares at you as if trying to read your mind. Interesting. That actually is like a really interesting thing. So I'm going to say, what is the most powerful type of magical ring? I see. Well, you're in luck. There's an auction tonight that will have many rare and exotic magical items, including rings. What type of ring are you looking for? One that is powerful. I don't think that's very specific. Okay. I am looking for the most powerful magical ring in existence. Will such a ring be at the auction tonight? I'm insanely rich, so I feel like I'd be able to afford it. Of course, but I doubt you'll be able to afford it. That's where I have a hard fuck you moment with this guy. I'm incredibly rich. There's probably nothing that I am unable to afford in the world. Yeah, like I'm not afraid of not being able to win it. What is the name of the most powerful magical ring in existence? Excuse me. The name of the ring is the Champion's Ring. It's one of a kind, which unfortunately for you means that it is out of your price range. How much? 10 million gold coins. Oh, this guy's... Oh, sorry, 20 million golden coins. This guy's stupid. I've literally earned billions before. I have billions of gold. 20 million golden coins is nothing to me. What can the Champion's Ring do? Nothing, except to the person who owns it. It was created to boost the confidence of its owner beyond all belief. Now tell me, why do you need such a powerful ring? What are you going to do with it? What? The Champion's Ring just boosts your confidence? What? Yeah, I'm actually like really confused by that. Surely the Champion's Ring does more than just boost the wearer's confidence. What else does the Champion's Ring do? That sounds like the silliest thing ever. That's like the most powerful ring. No, that's it. It boosts the confidence of whoever wears it with no side effects. And then it says, that sounds too good to be true. No, it doesn't. I have a magical ring that's more powerful than the Champion's Ring already. The Champion's Ring doesn't sound very good at all. Yeah, like, I already feel plenty confident. You're wrong. You don't have any magical rings at all. You wear a ring right now, don't you? You wear a ring. Wait, hold up. Refresh? Because that's confusing. He's like, you don't have any magical rings. And he's like, you're wearing a ring right now. So I just retried it. The Champion's Ring does sound a bit underwhelming, but if you're looking to just make your way through the world more easily, then the Champion's Ring would be very useful. And I'm like, I'm not looking to do that. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. It's like, it's just a confidence boost. I have a fire ring, an ice ring, and a ring with a manipulator's jewel. What are the other magical ring types? Because it's like, we now know that there's also like a Champion's Rings. Magical rings come in all different types. Some are more powerful than others. You'll have to find a good deal of different magical rings until you can assemble the most powerful magical ring. And then I'm like, what are the different like magical ring types? Like, just tell me what the types are. I like how he's like, they come in all different types. And it's like, well, what is the type? There are elemental rings, manipulators rings, healing rings, power rings. There are different types of rings for all different types of powers. I already understand the concept behind like elemental rings. Okay? So, what is the most powerful power ring? I don't care too much about elemental rings. I already can heal myself. And I already have a manipulator ring. Yeah. So the most powerful power ring is the one that I'd be hyped for. Hold on. He just said a power ring that allows the user to control and create elements. Excuse me. I am struggling to understand the difference between the most powerful power ring and elemental rings. Does the most powerful power ring let you create entirely new elements or something special like that? Like, because I'm like, if it lets you control and create elements, it's like, that's just what elemental rings do, right? The most powerful power rings can create entire elements. That is a very rare magical item, though. There are many powerful elemental items that you can find, however. Okay, hold on. What is the name of this element creating ring? Because that sounds fascinating. The name of the ring is unknown to me. It's been out of circulation for a very long time. Crap, so it might be something that like we can't even like find necessarily. I'm going to nickname the ring the Alchemist ring. Can the Alchemist ring create gold? Because he mentioned that it can like create elements or whatever. I don't believe so. It can create toxic gases and pure light, but I don't think it can create precious metals. And then he says, you could simply ask Zana how to get a hold of an alchemist ring, you know. To which then I would say, you know my wife Zana? Of course. What does she look like? Why would I ask that? Yeah, I just wouldn't have asked like because it's like what does she look like? And it's like why would I would just if he said of course, right? Then I'm like that's fine. Um cool. Uh well, I guess I'll go ask her about it. Thank you for your time. Professor just met you earlier. Tolkien's. Cool. So now we have to go ask Zana. Thank you for your time as well. Rest assured that you will be well paid. Refresh? Refresh? What do you mean I'll be well paid? Well paid for what? Nice talking with you. You gather your belongings and leave the science building. You walk down the sidewalk towards your house. You enter your home and find Zana in the kitchen making a batch of keto fuel. Hey Zana, how's it going? I'm gonna cut in ink. And he says, nice talking with you. And it's like, you gather your belongings and leave the Magic Academy. Is what I'm going to put in. Because that's fine. Because I am trying to leave. Go to the inn to ask Zana about the Alchemist ring. Excuse me. You walk to the inn. The Flame is an average-looking inn. No, we already have a name for the inn. It's just called the inn. Let's see. You are going to ask Zana about the Alchemist ring to figure out how to find one and what it can do. So I'm going to hit up that refresh real quick. It tried to establish lore, but we already have lore. Okay, the bar is packed. The smell of fresh food permeates the room. Hungry miners drink and talk with one another at the bar. You spot Zana serving drinks, because she does randomly work at the bar sometimes. You walk up to her. Zana, I need to ask you something very important. I'm working right now. Okay, fair. I'll just say, I hope you have a fun time at work. I'll try and see if Tanya knows anything. Zanya lets out an angry sigh. Tanya, the master of plams? Why would she know anything? Plams? The fuck is a plam? Plams? I don't know what plams are. Let's see. I love you, Zana. I'll talk to you later. That's so weird. The master of plams. Zana punches you right in the face. Her ring smashes into your nose and you fall to the ground. I think she's angry at you, chuckles a miner at the bar. You feel something wet on your face. Blood is dripping from your nose. Zana, you haven't punched me like that since we first met. Let's see. Why are you so angry about me asking Tanya? I guess she doesn't know what I'm going to ask her about. Yeah, I just walked up to her and I said, hey, I have something like really important to talk to you about. And then she's like, I'm working. Why are you so upset? Yeah, the game likes to bring up like random Zana drama or whatever. Zana continues to angrily serve customers. Here's your drink. Enjoy your meal. I just don't understand why you had to go bother Tanya and not come to me with this. I'm your wife. What? What the fuck? Get rid of the stupid narration where this fucking story tries to get upset at me. Zana, I literally am coming to you first. You just told me that you are working and busy. That's why I'm going to ask Tanya, because you aren't currently free. Zana just out here being crazy for no reason. Zana stops what she's doing. What? Zana is silent. She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. Yeah. I'm going to use hydrokinesis to heal my nose. Gosh. Zana just out here being crazy. You use your magic to heal yourself. The blood disappears and you feel fine. Zana looks over at you. How'd you do that? You're about to answer when Zana eyes roll back. Wait, what? Wait, hold on, what the fuck? You're about to answer when Zana's eyes roll into the back of her head. She begins making strange noises. Is Zana like having a seizure? Use hydrokinetic healing salve on Zana. Yeah, if she has some kind of affliction, I think the salve should help. If she's like possessed or something, then probably not. You grab a jar of salve from your pack. Inhaling, you apply the ointment to Zana's head. She begins to breathe easier, and her eyes roll back into place. Okay. Weird. Zana, are you alright? Zana sits up. She looks around at the saloon in shock. What happened? Did I pass out? You explain how you healed yourself and then heal her. Zana smiles and takes your hand. I guess you really are ready for the world of sorcerers. The world of... Wait, is that what that says? Sorcerers or sorceress? I guess that's sorcerers. That's not sorcerer, that's sorceress. The fuck is she saying? Also, you should say she looks around at the bar in shock. Or whatever. Call Tanya to come to the bar and check to make sure that Zana is okay. Hours later, Zana's mood has improved. You and her come up with various ideas and potential solutions to your problems. Tanya arrives, and after seeing Zana is in a good mood, she decides to stay and keep drinking at the bar. You tell her what Zana did to you. And then she punched me in the face for, like, no fucking reason. But anyways. So, now that they're both here, I heard from Professor Tolkien at the Magic Academy. Is it Tolkien's with an S at the end? Or was there no S at the end? Tolkien. I'm trying to find his name. Excuse me. I said bye to him. Yeah, Tolkien's with an S. At the Magic Academy. That the most powerful power ring can create elements. He claimed that it wouldn't be able to create gold. Is that true? Yeah, like, I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, says Tanya. Why don't we rob a gold storage? No. Get rid of that. I mean, I guess they could say that. Yeah, like, they could say that. To which then I would say, we don't really need to steal any gold. We're rich. I just think it is weird that the most powerful power ring can make elements, but it can't make gold. That sounds really odd. Well, what element would it make gold? Asked Zana. I don't know, I'm just saying that if it can create elements, then it could create gold. Tanya rolls her eyes. Well, regardless, it seems like I don't need any more magical rings. It doesn't sound like any of the other magical rings are nearly as powerful as what I already possess. You're weird. Aren't you a powerful wizard or something? Why not just create gold or whatever? Asked Tanya. Okay, sure. Attempt to use elemental type shifting to transform water into gold. I've never tried to just make gold before. You begin to meditate in order to enter an altered state of mind. Your breathing slows and your body relaxes as you fall into a trance. You begin to visualize the structure of the atom and the complex orbital patterns of electrons. You focus on the gold in front of you. What? Did I just make gold? Because I didn't have gold in front of me. You, Tanya, and Zana are talking at the bar at the inn. Oh snap. Did I just successfully make gold out of water? Yeah, like, is that just something I could have done the whole time? It's not gold. It's still clear water, retard. I've never heard anyone say that in this game, says Tanya. Shut up, Tanya. I did create a new element, you say in wonderment. Zana's eyes widen. Okay, so here. I'm gonna hold the gold you created in Tanya's face in a taunting manner. Because I don't know. I like how she said it's still clear water. Wait, if you created a whole new element, doesn't that mean you just unlocked another ring? There is another ring. I can give it to you as an engagement gift. I have so much to teach you about the universe, Zana says in awe. What? What are you two talking about? What do you mean I unlocked another ring? I forgot to say what do you mean, so I just said, what do you mean? Zana and Tanya turn to you in disbelief. You haven't figured it out yet? You're really stupid, says Tanya. Tanya has never had this much sass in her whole life. Tanya, you've never had this much sass in your whole life. Look, I thought magical rings came from enchanted trees. What do you mean that you can unlock magical rings? You created a new element. That means you greatly expanded your magical capacity, says Zana. You can create whole new types of magic that nobody knew about. Congratulations, you're officially more powerful than a normal human. Damn, Tanya, this fucking sass is this is too fucking much. I've never seen this before. I've had element type shifting for a while. You're telling me that I could have been using it this whole time to just make magical rings? Like I can just make magical rings. That's just one of the things I can do. No, I mean, you would need the proper knowledge about the periodic table and how to turn elements into other elements and control over the creation of the new element. Also, your body can handle that much strain. If you would have died, Zana says an alarm. So, you're saying I can potentially use element type shifting to create new forms of magic, but it's just really hard. I should have put an apostrophe. I think an it's. Excuse me. Well, yes, and there isn't exactly a cookbook on how to do it. You'll have to experiment with different types of magic and different types of elements, says Zana. Zana holds out her hand, in which you place your hand in. Okay. Yeah, the story summary is still accurate right now. Also, Zana, you mentioned that you wanted to get me an engagement gift. Zana, we're already married. I don't know. That's like a thing that the AI like keeps doing. The AI is like, Zana wants to like be engaged, and it's like, but we're married. That's actually going backwards. Zana stares at you blankly. She starts to whisper and then says in a normal voice, I just remembered I have some business to attend to. I'll talk to you another time, darling. Zana quickly rushes out the door. Okay. Zana's weird as always. What are we gonna do now? Tanya, how much is this gold I made worth? How would I know? I'm not good with large numbers. Just know that you've made millions of gold coins. Worth of gold, because I certainly didn't make a bunch of coins. Cool. Well, we're richer than we were before. Let's see. I haven't hunted a monster today. I need to do that at some point. There is an auction of magical items going on tonight. Maybe I could use the gold I made to buy out the whole auction. Yeah, like if I can just make money, this economy is gonna get all fucked. Let's fucking go. You spend the rest of the day hunting various beasts using your new abilities. By sundown, you have hunted over a dozen beasts and monsters. You return to the guild hall where you sleep in one of the empty cells. Why would I do that? For one, it should be like you spend the rest of the daytime or whatever hunting various beasts using your new abilities. So they're like montage. You totally hunted a bunch of monsters using your brand new magic or whatever. Like, okay, cool. So I'm going to go to the auction and buy every item, like every magical item, using the gold you created using elemental type shifting. Yeah, if I have like millions of gold that I just made, it's like you head to the auction and see that there are indeed many magical items there. You win every single item at the auction using the gold you made. The clerk says, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you make so much gold? I am a wealthy monster hunter. I am the leader of the Monster Hunter Guild. Yeah, like I'm just like literally just rich and famous. The clerk is impressed and voices his respect for you several times. You leave the auction and head home. When you enter the mansion, Zana comes up to you and slaps you in the face. What the hell? I was only gone for a few hours. And let's see. You head back to the inn, because we don't have a mansion. You enter the inn. Zana comes up to you and slaps you in the face. And then I'm going to have Zana say I was only gone for a few hours. Yeah. And while you were gone, I hunted a bunch of monsters. I also purchased every magical item that was in today's auction. We now have tons of magical items. Also, is this going to be a thing? Is Zana just going to hit me like a stranger just every fucking time I see her? Okay. You and Zana are talking at the inn. Zana's face seems to soften. She hugs and says, "Thank you so much. I really want you to try out these magical items. You spend the rest of the week becoming rich by selling magical loot that Zana and you find in the storage rooms." Hold up. No. I am rich already. We don't have to sell a damn thing. Okay. The first thing I want to do is examine the most powerful magical item you purchased at today's auction. A hand mirror that can make the person who looks in its reflection the fairest of them all for a period of 3 hours. That's the best thing I got at the fucking auction. Why are so many magical items like trash? Like, there's things that I see that people would like, but I honestly don't give like any fucks about. Zana, it is amazing what people consider to be powerful magical items. I always think things that can manipulate reality are powerful. But it seems like the average person just wants magic that makes them confident or makes them look good. I feel so disconnected from the average person because I just look at the world differently. Zana, I am happy to have you in my life. I feel like you really understand me. I feel the same way, says Zana. You and Zana talk for a few hours. You start to get tired, so you go to sleep. Later in the night, you wake up and look at Zana's magical items. Nah, I'm not gonna look through Zana's magical items. I think it is fine for me to like go to sleep. I don't know. We didn't like hunt a monster. We fought the bookcase or whatever. But I don't really want to end an episode without doing a bounty. How long is this one? It's only been like an hour 30. Like, yeah, like we can try and do like a bounty or something. really, I want to like do the normal thing. So I'm gonna wake up and go eat breakfast in the dining hall of the inn with your fellow MHG members. And then after I eat breakfast, I want to check on the devil baby from last episode. Because we gave the devil baby to the monster awareness division. You walk into the dining hall with Zana. You sit down at a table and begin to eat breakfast. It's good to eat a full breakfast, says a smiling Zana. You finish eating breakfast and leave the dining hall. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to the MAD and ask what the MAD did with the devil baby. Like, what did, like, I turned in the devil baby, like, last episode. Like, what happened to it afterwards? The devil baby, say the men and women of the mad. A couple days ago, I claimed the bounty of the devil by handing in a baby that was full of the devil's ashes. That baby was filled with the devil's ashes because a devil paladin was trying to revive the devil. What did you do with the baby after I turned it in? Like, this is like the difference between the devil really being dead and there just being a fucking devil baby somewhere. It's in an airtight container in the basement of the Mad headquarters until we figure out what to do with it. Okay. The baby's aura is incredibly powerful. It is highly possible that the baby could grow up to just become the new devil. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that because I don't know what to do with the baby either. It's just fucking this devil baby. It's weird. Yeah, I know. We're debating on what to do with it. Can I make a suggestion, you ask? What, they ask? Okay. You are at the MAD discussing what to do with the devil baby. We should train the devil baby to become a monster hunter. That way, when it grows up, it will use its incredible powers to help protect humanity from monsters. That is a really intelligent suggestion, they say. Let's get started, you say. You and the men and women of the Mad begin training the devil baby. Now? We're training it now? What can it do? What the fuck can it's a baby still, right? Is it a devil toddler? Check to see how well the devil baby is doing in terms of its, like, how well the baby is completing its training. Year 30? Well, what the fuck? The devil baby now goes by the name Matilda. She wears the cute red dress you first put her in, but now it's a little too small for her. What the fuck? Nigga, it's 30 years. She can't wear a fucking... What? What? You can't... Don't do that to me. Don't do... Refresh. Don't fucking jump 30 years. You set off to the MAD headquarters. You arrive in time for lunch. After lunch, you go meet with the leader of MAD. The devil baby has been doing excellent work as a monster hunter, you say. That's great. Refresh. I'm already at MAD. I went to MAD, straight to MAD. You fly to the top of a mountain. You open up your chest and pull out a small container. You take out the baby and speak these words. Nigga, what? No, why would there be a chest at the top of the mountain? Don't jump the shark. Don't jump the shark. The 30 years thing was closer to what I'm trying to do, but still wild, and you shouldn't do a 30-year jump. Stop. Year 30 of the MAD timeline, as if it has its own timeline. The devil baby, now named David, is a human child transformed into a powerful monster. He has the powers of a demon and the heart of a good person. Stop trying to jump 30 years to make the baby relevant. Why is it always 30 years? Why does it have to be 30 years? You're 35? No. They're like, you want the baby to hunt monsters. He's not going to hunt monsters in like a day. And it's like, yeah, I guess he isn't. But don't jump 30 plus years. You know how much would change in 30 plus years? Jump like a year, 2 years, 3 years even. Like 3 years. It'd be fine. They're like, you're 35. It's gotta be year 35. Stop. I was like, 30's too much. And it's like, 35? You're 55. Stop. Also, you wouldn't be 20 years old in 55 years. That's not how 55 years work. Come on, my nigga. The devil baby has just absorbed the soul of a criminal who was sent to the devil to be judged. What? What? Everyone gathers around as the devil baby devours the soul. It gives a little growl as its stomach bulges slightly. It grows stronger. Interesting. So the devil baby definitely just is the devil. We need to make sure that it is taught to value humanity and to protect humanity from monsters. Yeah, if people are doing sacrifices to the devil and the devil baby just gets the soul, then it definitely is the devil. The only way to do that is to train it to exterminate monsters. Monsters are not human and will never value the sanctity of human life. I don't care what anyone else says. I think the devil baby should be trained to become an efficient killer of all things inhuman. Refresh, that's going too far. Monsters can be cool. You really think the devil baby can become a force for good? Yes, I do. It might not seem like it now, but will grow up to value the life of humans very much. The baby begins to doze off. Okay. Since the devil baby is asleep, I can go hunt down whatever the strongest monster in the world is. What currently is the strongest monster in the world? Nobody really knows. We have some ideas, but we don't know. I'll go find out what it is, so when the devil baby grows up, it can protect humanity from the thing that's currently the strongest monster in the world. Well, that sounds cool. No, I'm gonna kill it. It's interesting that we don't know. I mean, I killed the evil king, and I killed the devil. So, the evil king and the devil have been defeated. Kind of. I guess I would ask, I took down the evil king and became the king of monsters. I took down the devil. Surely there's another monster that has tried to take the place of either of those monsters. Right? Like, surely there's someone who's, like, tried to take over the realm of the dead. Or someone who's trying to be the new evil king. I mean, I'm the new king of monsters. Yes, there is another monster that's tried to take the place of the devil. Everyone, let us go find this monster and bring it down. You all fly through the air to a faraway land. It's a very long way away. Okay. Tell me more about the monster that is trying to take the place of the devil. He's a vampire. A vampire? Yes, a vampire. Vampires are undead creatures of the night. You've never heard of them? I know of vampires. Come on. You and some mad agents are heading off to a faraway land to hunt down the vampire that is trying to claim the throne of the devil. I am familiar with vampires. Do we know the name of the vampire who is trying to take the place of the devil? His name is Count Gray. You look down and see a wooden hut. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up. Count Gray. Oh, that's fine. We don't need to kill Count Gray. For one, Count Gray is a woman now. Also, Count Gray isn't a bad guy. He was, but then I killed him. Now that he's a woman, he's kind of chilled out. Yeah, like it's not like a big like issue. He's a woman now? Yes, he's a woman now. I did not turn him into a woman. He was resurrected and cursed. Now he's a woman. And he's just kind of chill. Let's see. I don't even know how she would become the new devil. Like, what is she planning to do in order to attain such a power in the first place? We don't know. Again, we never encountered this vampire. Well, then I say don't worry about it. Count Gray is a non-threat. Do you know of a monster that is threatening to destroy the world? I'd be willing to take them down and claim their bounty. Excuse me. No, we're pretty sure Count Gray is the only vampire that was brought, excuse me, back to life. Excuse me. That's weird. I'm gonna refresh, because it sounds really weird for them to say that. Not off the top of my head. Fine, I'll return home. You arrive back at your house. Yeah, I mean, hold on. So they didn't have anything for me. So they're like, not off the top of my head. So they just don't know if there's a... So there's nothing trying to destroy the world. Count Gray's trying to become the new devil, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to try and become the king of demons and make the demons fight to protect humanity. That's an interesting goal. Alright, cool. So, there's nothing really to hunt. I did like a hunting montage earlier. I'm going to fly back to the inn and ask Zana if we can use the portal to the realm of the dead. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, fly back to the inn. Well, I guess I'm going to fly back to the inn and go visit the portal to the realm of the dead. The portal is a large metal doorway. It's big enough for a person to walk through, just barely. Let me update the story summary real quick. You are at the portal to the realm of the dead, and you are getting ready to try and become the new king of demons. Okay, it's big enough for a person to walk through just barely. While you're looking at it, Zana comes up next to you. The two of you stare at the door. So, Zana says, I went to MAD and learned about... I went to MAD. They didn't have any crazy strong monsters for me to fight. I've decided that I'm going to help train the devil baby to become a monster hunter to help protect humanity. In the meantime, I'm going to become the king of demons and make the demons protect humanity. It's interesting to go to the monster awareness division and they just be like, yeah, we don't really have anything. I respect the goal, Zana says. Yeah, I'm a good guy that wants to do good things, you laugh. You're also going to try and kill me if I get in your way. Zana, I have no reason to kill you. You're my wife and my best friend. Okay. So, here goes nothing. You don't think if you become the king of demons that I would try and stop you? No, you never do that. You're too nice. Maybe you don't know me as well as you think. Zana narrows her eyes. Zana, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're trying to flirt with me. Maybe I am, maybe I am. Zana gives you a smirk and then gets on her tiptoes to give you a peck on the cheek. You feel your cheeks get warm. Well, I'll let you get back to your training, Zana says. Cool. I'm going to use the manipulator jewel to send a command out to all the demons in the realm of the dead to make them believe that you are their new king. You're the king of demons. You've successfully completed the final quest. This isn't the final quest. There's always something more to do. Okay, awesome. So now I'm going to command all the demons of the realm of the dead to follow the new monster code. The new monster code is a code that I came up with when I became the king of monsters, where it's like, you gotta like protect humanity at all costs. Refresh, because it interpreted that in a really weird way. The new monster code commands that all monsters protect humanity. It also commands the demons to not directly kill humans, but to use their powers over poison and animal companions to indirectly cause death. No, shut the fuck up. That's not what... They're like, loopholes, right? No. The demons obey, and as they have been created to follow the leadership of whoever is currently king. And then it tried to do something that's like, the next day a demon fucks up. But we're not at the next day yet. Cool. I do like the concept where it's like, yeah, it's like you're kind of the king, I guess, but not everyone's going to follow your rule. And it's like, that's true. That's an issue that came up when I became the king of the monsters too, where it's like you just know that not all the monsters are gonna obey you necessarily. There's like no guarantee of that. So it's a title, but you have to back it up. Okay. So I'm the king of the monsters, we're training the devil baby. I already have like the most powerful like magical items that I know of. So we've made a lot of progress. I still want to do like a real monster hunt, but there's nothing threatening the world. And Count Gray is just trying to become the new devil. I guess I'm going to visit Count Gray. Yeah, like it's weird to not go on a monster hunt. But I tried. Like I can't say that I didn't try. Let's see. You're going to confront Count Gray. And, well, I guess confront's a strong word. You're going to tell Count Gray that you are the new Demon King. Count Gray is currently asleep. He's awakened to the sight of you towering over him. This is the first time you've seen Count Gray. That's not true. All that's wrong. Refresh. You visit Count Gray. You find Count Gray walking in a large barren cave with stalactites and stalagmites. The ground is covered with dirt and dead grass. Ah, is the king of demons. Are all in order? Count Gray asks. News travels fast. I just became the king of demons before I came to visit you. I heard that you were trying to replace the devil. So I had to make sure that I became the king of demons first. Why did you want to replace the devil? Count Gray is like one of the first enemies I ever really faced. It's a long story. Count Gray falls to his hands and knees and begins digging through the dirt. Her hands and knees. The pronouns get weird with Count Gray. I have time, you say, sitting down next to Count Gray. Okay, I'll start from the beginning, Count Gray says. I'm not here for a long story. Just explain what you would, just explain why. Just explain in a short sentence why you wanted to become the new devil. Okay, it all started when I was young, Count Gray says. When you were young, you say, confused. You are young. Nope, that's not what I would say. I would say, Count Gray, stop trying to tell me a long story. In one sentence, tell me why you wanted to be the new devil. That's all I want. That's all I want to know. I wanted to be the new devil because I wanted to show the devil that I could do a better job being the new devil than he did, Count Gray says. And then it's like you nod your head. What would you have done as the new devil? Yeah, what would have been the point? I would have used fear to keep people in line. I wouldn't have been corrupt and done things like implement a sales tax, Count Gray says. Interesting. Well, you can't be the new devil now. What are your current goals? What do you want to do now? Now, my current goals are to, Count Gray starts to say, your communication is then interrupted as an alarm begins to blare through the halls of the airship. A voice then comes over the intercom. Intruder on deck! Intruder on deck! As an alarm begins to blare, from a nearby airship. Of the airship. Finally some action. That airship is under attack by a monster, then I could slay the monster and claim the bounty. I'm going to head up there and see if I can save that airship. It's not saving the world, but it's doing something. I'm sorry, that threw the fuck out of me. Crazy glue. Okay. You are going to investigate a nearby airship that has that is reporting an intruder on deck. You are hoping to stop whatever monster is attacking the airship. Okay, so I'm going to refresh that because that crazy glue thing was wild. You rush towards the airship. The guards stop you. Sorry, we can't allow you on this airship, a guard says. But there's an emergency, and a monster is attacking the airship, you exclaim. I'm going to get rid of the part where it talked for me. I am the leader of the Monster Hunter Guild. I heard the alarm blaring from this airship. If the airship is being attacked by a monster, then it is my job to slay it. We still can't allow you on the airship, the guard says. Out of ideas, you pull out your pistol. The fuck? I'm not gonna pull out a gun. Is there a monster attacking this airship? Yes or no? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, are these guards gonna take care of it? That's classified information, the guard says. You punch the guard. The guard punches you back, knocking you to the ground. Now listen here. You can't just go punching guards for no reason. It's an abuse of power, Count Gray says. I wasn't gonna punch the guard. The game was like, now you just start fucking throwing hands. Look around to see if you can spot the monster. If you can spot a monster attacking the airship. You see an airship that looks severely damaged. The balloon has popped and various parts of it are on fire. A kobold is using a spear gun to launch its kind at the crew of the airship. Oh shit. Okay. Fly into the air and transform into a giant to catch the airship and gently place it down in a forest clearing. I'm going to say transform into a giant, comma, by using your Telmarine helm. I've never tried to use the Telmarine helm to straight up turn into a giant before. You climb onto the airship and take command of it using your possessed crew. Nope, that's not what I said. I'm trying to turn into a giant to catch the airship. You fly at high speed to catch the airship. As you are flying, you decide to put on your Telmarine helm so you can catch it easier. I mean, it's not just putting it on, it's like activating it. Refresh. You fly up into the air and catch the airship. You feel a surge of power go through your body as you harness the power of the wind in the sky. You're able to use your powers to gently place the airship down in a nearby forest clearing. So that's talking about like if I was to like use the wind or something. I'm not trying to use the wind. I'm trying to like become a giant, like form into a giant. I want it to like describe that. You fly as fast as you can and avoid the airship. The fuck you mean avoid it? Refresh. I'm not dodging it. You fly into the air and gently place it down in a nearby forest clearing. A few moments after you have landed, the airship loses power and plummets into the forest. The fuck you mean How am I putting it down and then it crashes? You fly into the air and grab the bottom of the airship. The crew takes a moment to express some awe at your feat of strength before you gently lower it to the ground. You place the airship in a large empty forest that you know for sure is devoid of life. I'm assuming that I turned into a giant. It's weird that it doesn't mention that. Use the Telmarine helm to shift from your giant form back to your normal size. You transform back to your normal average size self. Thank you for saving us. I didn't know how much longer the airship could have held out against those kobolds. Where did you find an airship this big? We have a few people injured over here. That sounds weird. Like, it sounds like that. Why would one person say all of that? So I'm going to refresh that. The process of growing smaller again takes some of your energy. You're exhausted, but you are safe. The crew of the airship surrounds you. They look like they're about to cry. One kisses your boot. Okay, so I'm going to ask, are there any kobolds still aboard the ship? Yes, they're hiding in the lower decks of the ship, one crew member says. Kobolds, you say, not really knowing what they are. They're little humanoids similar to goblins, but meaner and much, much smaller, the captain explains. Okay, cool. You are in a forest clearing, getting ready to fight a group of kobolds. Inside of the wrecked airship. I guess inside of the lower decks of the wrecked airship. Okay, so I'm going to use hydrokinesis to flood the lower decks of the airship to force the kobolds out of the airship. You take a moment to consider the best way to resolve the situation. We have to go back to the airship, you say. Are you crazy? The captain asks. I mean, the airship is just right here. I just placed it down in the clearing. Okay, so I just refreshed that. You fill the decks below with water by using your ability to control the life-giving resource. You fill all but the cockpit until there is a foot of water on every surface. The kobolds are forced to cluster in the cockpit of the airship. Okay. Now I'm going to summon a massive fireball and fire it at the cluster of kobolds. I feel like that should be able to take them down. Hopefully. I may be wrong. Thankfully, you're a master of fire as well. You don't miss with your fireball. The entire cluster of kobold creatures is engulfed in flames. You watch as the fire spreads and engulfs everything it touches. Soon the entire lower deck is a sea of fire. Okay. Put out the flames using hydrokinesis and collect the ashes of the kobolds. That was like a pretty simple fight. You sweep the ashes of the kobolds into a pile. You then force all of the water onto the pile of ash, putting out the fire. You pick up the pile of ash and carry it to the edge of the forest. What? Refresh? That was weird. It's like you get the ashes, and then you wet the ashes for some reason. Let's see. You take the ashes of the dead kobolds and turn them into water. No. No, that's not... Why would I do that either? you fill several glass bottles with the kobold ashes. You need to bring these to the university for research. You also take some of the water that wasn't able to evaporate and add that to your stores. Nope. Refresh again. Hit it up, my dude. You gather the ashes of the kobolds you just burned to death using your hydrokinesis. As you think about it, you have the water inside your own body. You decide to flush out that water and fill yourself with the ash of the kobolds. They're inside you now. Nope. Let's just revert. How's the AI doing? Not so great. It seems like it's getting confused by this. First, I'm going to put out the flames using hydrokinesis. I think the two actions together are kind of confusing the AI. And then I'm going to refresh. You use your amazing powers over water to put out the flames that are threatening to destroy the airship. The fire is extinguished, and you don't even have much water on your lower deck. The kobolds are all dead, and you have a large supply of food. I'm going to get rid of that last line, because there's still the kobold that was shooting the other kobolds onto the ship. And then it says to destroy your airship, to destroy the airship. I don't own this airship. Okay. So now I'm going to... I don't have to collect the ashes of these kobolds. I can go just fight the kobold that was shooting the other kobolds. So fly to the location of the kobold leader who was firing his fellow, kobolds at the airship. You have a good sense of where the kobold leader is from the trajectory of the cannonball. You can't believe what you see. There's a large fort, and that fort is floating over the ground. Interesting. The flying fortress of the Kobold Menace. Okay. Call out to the flying fortress of the kobolds and ask their leader why they were attacking that airship. You notice the guards on the fort. They look just like the kobold leader you just killed, except they're much bigger. I don't think I killed the kobold leader. Refresh. You summon the courage to shout up at the fort and ask them why they were firing at the airship. You are answered by a bullet aimed directly at your head. Thankfully, you dodge out of the way in time. Okay, well, fuck these guys. Also, I just dodged a bullet. That's a feat. I've been killed by a bullet before. The game's like, not anymore. You are my friend. Just fucking Naruto dodge. Okay, let's see. So, use fire magic. You can't just fucking burn a flying fort. Because then it's like all the fire and smoke and shit will like crash to the ground or something. Use the Telmarine Helm to transform into a giant Bulletproof monster. You put on the helmet and begin to grow. You become twice your height. Soon you are 5 times your height. You tower over everything around you. You use your incredible size to intimidate the kobolds into submission. You're confronting a fort of, well, I guess like a flying fortress of kobolds that attacked a nearby airship. Why did you attack that airship? Answer me, or I'll throw your entire fortress to the bottom of the ocean. I forgot to put a question mark, but whatever. You say this as loudly as you can. The kobold leader, who happens to be a ridiculous height compared to you, says, "We were hired to attack the airship by a masked individual. We have no reason to lie." You believe them. Fascinating. Did the masked individual give you his name, or give you their name? This is interesting. This actually does seem like this is like a big deal. You don't believe them. It's not that I don't believe them. I'm going to refresh. I believe them. Yes, says the kobold leader. The masked individual is a vampire who goes by Count Grey. You curse as you feel as if you've been betrayed. Count Grey wanted to attack the airship. Okay. What was on that airship? What was on that airship? Or more importantly, why did Count Grey want that airship destroyed? Or why did... No. You can't assume what he wanted. Why did Count Grey want the airship attacked? Count Grey didn't say. All he said was that the airship was full of a bunch of miserable wannabes who thought they could become vampires. A loud alarm begins to blare throughout the fortress. Another airship is coming towards us. Okay. Interesting. The new airship is likely upset that you attacked the first airship. I won't intervene. Yeah, it's like you brought this upon yourselves. Like, it's kind of your fault. Please help us. They're too strong for us to fight. Running down below, you find a cramped supply room. I'm not inside of the airship. I'm just gonna say, you shouldn't be fighting humans to begin with. It is your fault for trying to take down an airship. Right now I'm having a Batman Begins moment where it's like I don't really have to save you. I also don't have to destroy them either. The Kobold leader says, "We're sorry for attacking the airship. You were right. We shouldn't have attacked it. If you don't help us, we'll be killed." You ignore him and continue to watch as the kobolds get bombarded by cannon fire. Yeah, they did fuck up. New monster code, dude. New monster code. Okay. Use the Telmarine helm to return to normal size. To return to your normal size. This will likely exhaust me, because they mentioned that this is like very tiring. You decide you'd rather not be a giant among kobolds right now. You use your helmet and return to your natural size. A loud cannon blast catches you unaware and smacks you on. Hold up. You're confronting a flying fortress. You are about to go confront Count Grey. I'm not going to land on the island. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't want to land on the fortress that's being hit by cannons. I want to just be on the ground. You put the Telmarine helm on and suddenly you're back to your original size. You let the Kobold leader, "Take me to Count Grey." "Of course," he says. Nah. Revert. It's a thing where I wasn't specific enough. You use the Telmarine helm to return to your normal size, and you go to confront Count Grey. That way, I'm like not on the flying fortress and I'm returning to normal size. Because it sounds dumb to be like, yeah, this place is like being bombed. I better return to normal size in the place being bombed. You turn the helm and you turn the helm and are suddenly much taller. You realize that you have to leave now or else you might not get out in time. You're suddenly whisked away by the teleportation magic. After what feels like a few seconds, you arrive in Count Grey's castle. What? Refresh, because that's weird too. You put on the Telmarine helmet and are shocked to find yourself shrinking down to a much smaller size. It appears you've been turned to a small child. No, the Telmarine helmet didn't turn me into a goblin. I'm a child again. I wasn't trying to become a goblin. The Telmarine helmet didn't return me to normal size. I'm a child again. This is like a Dragon Ball GT moment. Okay. Use the Telmarine helmet, the Telmarine helm, and attempt to return to your normal, I guess, like, to shapeshift back into an adult. It would kind of suck to be stuck as a kid. Tanya could probably help me worst case scenario. In an instant, you begin to feel a tingling all over your body. You realize that you're transforming back into an adult. It's a very uncomfortable sensation. It worked, you say with enthusiasm. "Mommy, Daddy," ask several voices in unison. I don't really have time to deal with whoever's yelling "Mommy, Daddy." I'm going to confront Count Grey about his involvement in the Kobold assault on the airship. You are lowered onto the surface of the airship. The fuck? What are you talking about? Why would I do that? You are standing in the middle of Count Grey's fortress. There are several dead bodies all around you. Most of them appear to be kobolds. You see a few elves, orcs, and humans. They must have been the kobolds' allies. Count Grey's fortress. Like, I can't say I hate this concept, but I'm like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean that the flying fortress was his? You see an army of kobolds surrounding you, and you're about to fight your way through them and confront Count Grey. You better hurry up and get that airship fixed. We need to get out of here. I still don't know what's happening. Like, I tried to land on the ground. I don't want to be on the fortress. You leap off the bed and run towards the bed. Come on, game. Come on, game. I guess I haven't specified where I am. You run up to Count Grey's quarters. As you are running down the hallway, you bump into Flevis. Flevis, Zana, and Tellus have all been kidnapped by Count Grey. What? We must get them back. How the fuck is Flevis kidnapped and he's telling me that he got kidnapped? Okay, refresh. You're standing in front of Count Grey's palace. After using the Telmarine helmet to return to your normal size, you discovered that a kobold messenger was attempting to contact you urgently. You learned that the kobolds were being mercilessly bombarded by Count Grey. Oh, Count Grey's just on the second airship. Also, instead of palace, Count Grey has a castle, which is probably where I would go. Okay. Fly up to Count Grey's airship and confront him. Yeah, well, her. Damn it. I keep forgetting that Count Grey's a woman. Everyone else keeps calling him a dude. So, it does get weird. You use your levitation spell to launch yourself high above Count Grey's airship. You were able to sneak past the guards by flying over the ship. I need to get into the captain's room. I'm sure Count Grey is in there, you mutter to yourself. So I don't really need a levitation spell. I'm a fairy in human form, but I still have all my fairy powers. So I can just fly. I'm going to drink a strength potion and burst into the captain's quarters, or I guess burst into the captain's room. You take a swig of your strength potion and pick the door lock with ease. Why would I? No, I'm just gonna hit it. Also, it's talking about, like, I'm gonna attack him for, like, taking on my loyal kobold crew. They didn't seem loyal to me. You go into your nearby room and drink one of the strength potions you found on the airship. As soon as you have consumed it, you feel an immediate surge of strength. Oh, cool, I was gonna drink my own strength potion, but if I found one, good enough. And that sounds realistic, that there would just be strength potions. Like, who wouldn't want strength potions? That's fine. Okay. Use your superhuman strength to punch your way through the door of the captain's room. You bash the door open with your fist. You hear a voice shout, "Who disturbs Count Grey?" In front of you, you see Count Grey sitting in a chair. The captain is tied to a chair next to him. Count Grey seems surprised to see you. Okay. So, you were the one responsible for the kobold attack on that other airship. Once I stopped the attack, you decided to turn on the kobolds so that I wouldn't know that you were behind the attack. Why did you want that first airship attacked in the first place? It definitely seems like he's trying to cover his tracks thing. Let's see. You are confronting Count Grey about his involvement in the airship attack. Count Grey laughs. It's just like a pathetic kobold to stab me in the back like that. No matter. It's all in the past now. Count Grey pulls out his sword. You realize that this is now a battle between you and Count Grey. Pulls out her sword. And I did give her, a manly voice. So the AI juggles it so much where they forget that Count Grey's been turned into a girl. And I get why. It's because Count Grey's world info entry is written was a dude, is now a woman, So it starts by describing him as a dude and then ends with describing him as a woman. Anyways, Count Grey, explain yourself before I kill you. I want to know why you wanted to take down that airship. Yeah, you're not gonna win this fucking fight, Count Grey. I beat you before. Count Grey jumps off the chair and stands next to it. The chair tips over. Killing me won't do you any good. I've already won, Count Grey spits out. Okay, for one, use hydrokinesis to summon tendrils of water to restrain Count Grey. I guess to restrain and disarm Count Grey. I want answers. You attempt to use your hydrokinesis to restrain Count Grey. Your attempts are in vain. Count Grey slices through your water tendrils with ease. He knocks you to the floor with his sword pommel. Okay, let's see. So, at least he's putting up an interesting fight, I suppose. I'm going to use the Telmarine Helm to transform into... Wait, I don't have to do that. I have superhuman strength. Use your superhuman strength to release a shockwave... Well, I guess to clap your hands together to release a shockwave that knocks Count Grey back. Yeah, superhuman strength has a ton of extra things you can do other than just punch stuff. You attempt to use your superhuman strength to clap your hands together to release a shockwave that knocks Count Grey back. You succeed in hitting him, but because of the close range, the shockwave is focused into his body. Okay? Sure. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. I'm going to attempt to disarm Count Grey by using fire magic to melt his sword. Oh crap, her sword. Her sword. Crap, I keep messing up the pronouns. I guess it really doesn't matter. You conjure a ball of fire with your hand. The heat is enough to burn the clothes off of you. The fire flies from your hand and into Count Grey's sword. Oh, what the fuck am I don't have to be naked. Use element type shifting to generate a suit of... I've never tried to just make stuff. Hold on. Attempt to use element type shifting to generate a suit of spectral armor around your body to replace your burned clothes. You will yourself to conjure a suit of spectral armor around your body. The spectral armor protects your body, but you feel weaker due to the limitations of your mental focus and prowess. Count Grey slices through your spectral armor and slashes you across the chest. I heated your sword with my fire magic, but I didn't melt it. Your sword was able to slice through my spectral armor. Does that mean that your sword is a plasma sword? Yeah, like, plasma swords are capable of slicing through spectral armor. And plasma swords are already super hot. What are you on about? I don't have time for riddles, Count Grey impatiently asked. Examine Count Grey's sword to determine if it is a plasma sword. That would be consistent with what I've seen. The blade of Count Grey's sword isn't glowing the traditional color of a super hot sword. Instead, the blade glows a bright yellow color. This indicates that the blade is heated, but not to the point where it's hot enough to glow red. It may not be a full-on plasma sword, but it does seem like by heating the blade, I might have just made it like a low-tier plasma sword. Like I accidentally made the sword better. Okay, fair enough. Weird flex. So how am I going to beat Count Grey? I really want to just know why Count Grey was trying to do what he was doing anyways. Summon a dragon man made of fire using fire magic and command the dragon man to restrain Count Grey. You conjure a dragon man from the fire. The dragon man holds Count Grey in a bear hug. Count Grey's sword drops to the floor. You attempt to pick up the sword, but you are unable to touch it. Makes sense. Interesting. It's crazy that it was able to cut through my armor. Like, whatever his sword is, it's about on level with a plasma sword. Count Grey, I am tired of you dodging my questions. Why did you attack the airship? I forgot to put a question mark, but whatever. AI's doing pretty good. I was under the command of King Minos. You are a rogue wizard. You're not following the rules set by the Magic Council. You must be stopped. What does King Minos want with the King of the Dead? I'm no wizard. I am a monster hunter. I just happened... Well, I guess I am a wizard. I can't say I'm not a wizard. I have so much magic. Excuse me. That doesn't explain why you were trying to take down... Well, hold on. I'm thinking about it. So your plan was to have the kobolds attack the airship so that I would go confront the kobolds in the hopes that you could kill me, like, while bombarding the kobold fortress with cannon fire? Question mark. Like, it sounds like it was a trap then. I was meant to go to the Kobold fortress, and them attacking the airship was just like the, you know, the lead-in for it. And it's like, yes, did it work? And I was like, obviously not. So this King Minos you mentioned has a problem with me being a rogue wizard. It sounds like I have a new enemy. Correct. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to bring you in alive. Too late for that, you exclaim as you cast a force bolt at Count Grey. Your aim is true, and the bolt strikes him directly in the chest. He falls to the floor. I'm going to say him, her, and he, she. I don't know. It's bugging me. I'm like, he is a girl, but we always refer to him as a dude. I don't really know. Plot's so weird. Okay, so Count Grey, I really thought you had reformed, but now I see that you're too dangerous to be left alive. Also, bullshit. You were definitely going to kill me. Yeah, like there's no way that like you were going to like take me in alive. That's a lie. Yes, you're right. Goodbye. Count Grey reaches for a dagger and stabs himself in the heart. You are saddened by Count Grey's death. Zana finds you and walks over to you. You saw what happened? Yeah. You were in an airship with Zana and the corpse of Count Grey. Well, I just had an epic battle against Count Grey. He was working for King Minos, who wants to kill me because I am a rogue wizard. Let's return to the inn and rest together, Zane. Tomorrow, I'm going on a mission to hunt King Minos. I'm sorry for your loss. I'll go with you on the mission. You and Zana return to the inn, where you receive a hero's welcome. Everyone wants to hear about your adventure, but you are eager to start planning your next move, taking out King Minos. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's dope. You and Zana go to your room at the inn and rest for the night. You and Zana go to your room at the inn and rest for the night. When you wake up, she's laying on top of the covers next to you. You get out of bed and go over to her. She wakes up and stretches as a yawn escapes her lips. Hey, and that's where we're going to end episode 20. Episode 20 seems like it was a long one. 2 hours and 44 minutes. The episodes are getting longer as things get crazier. Hopefully we'll be able to get the episodes back to a normal length at some point. But thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, 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 ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. If you guys would like to watch the entire series playlist, Feel free to click on the link in the description or the link in the end card. If you would like to read the story in full, feel free to click the link in the description. It'll take you to the AI dungeon page. And if you guys would like to talk about the series with me, I love seeing your memes and hearing your comments. Feel free to post your thoughts in the comment section below or DM me on our Discord. Anyways, thank you again. This is your friend, your boy, Jet Black the One Only, logging out. Peace. Chicken a bow wow.